Hello friends, today we are going to learn data type, and we'll also see if logic. So using the if logic, we'll give some decision logic to our program. And in the next video we'll see like more detail about the if logic, but in today's video we'll just see the usage of uh, if logic. So okay, so in the next, okay, and before that I will write the code for this challenge. In the last video we talked about this challenge, so if you have already solved, that's great. Otherwise we'll see the code for this. So in this challenge, it's an input a school's fees of brother and sister and display total fees. So it will ask interior name, interior fee, interior name, interior fee, and then output will be total fee of Ram and Chris equal to 300. And we'll also write the code for circumference, diameter, area of circle, where we'll provide the radius. Okay, let's see little bit about data type, and then we'll see the code for this. And in this example I will show you how to use if, and then we'll proceed. Okay, so when we see the data types in a Golang, there is the boolean. So in a boolean it will take true or false, and we'll see the example in future videos. And for the numeric types we use the int, and int can be 32 bits or 64. So that is based on your OS. But specifically if you want to give int 8, you can give int 8 or int 16. So this 32 is the bit, so that is int 32 is a 4 byte, int 8 1 byte, int 16 2 byte. In the similar way we have the float data type. We have byte, run e, and a string. We'll see the run e when we see examples for a string. So these are the basic data type in a Golang. Let's try to understand a little bit more about this data type, and I will also show you the examples of the few. So in the third slide we'll see we have the different type of the data, and each type has some range. So when we say u, that means unassigned. Unsigned is it's a unsigned. So unsigned is it's a just positive number. So wherever you see u, that is unsigned. So unsigned is all the positive number. You do not see, it will not accept the negative number. And if there is no u, that means it's a signed. So signed is it will accept negative number as well as positive number, but there is a range, and we can easily find the range in a Google search, like what is the range of these values. If you want to do some operation and your input is really big or your result is really big, then you can go for int 64 or u int 64. So this range is, if you see in a positive, that's the bigger range, and for int 64 it's a negative to positive, that's again bigger range. If you want to play with the very big number, maybe 100 digits, 200 digits, so in that case we have to use the library. So in a Golang there is a good library for that. There is a math/big, so you can use that library. Okay, but it's interesting to know how we calculate the range. So for the example, let's see for u int 8, so this is the 8 bit So how to calculate this range? So there is a nice logic here, and I have given example for you int 8, and you can calculate for others too. So if you see the u int 8, so that is 8 bit. So what is the range? So u is unsigned, so that is the positive, and in the positive case what can be the maximum number? So for the u int 8, how to calculate? So you say like 2 to the power 8 and minus 1. So 2 to the power 8 is 256 and minus 1 255. That means this range is 0 to 255. So that is for unsigned int 8. So in the similar way you can calculate for this. It's a 16, so 2 to the power 16 minus 1, so whatever it comes we'll find the range. How to calculate for signed one? So for the signed, here is the example int 8, and in a int 8 we'll see minus 2 to the power 8 minus 1, so that is minus 2 to the power 7. That we calculate the range in a negative side, and it's a minus 128. In a positive side 2 to the power 7 minus 1, so in this way. So you can calculate the range, so like this. So you can calculate range for any of these. So that's good. We'll see the example for this also. So I will show you, this one, a small example, and that makes sense, that case. And after doing all these things, there will be the challenge, and you can try to do this challenge. So the challenge will be input 2 numbers and an operator and print result. So example, the program will ask input 2 numbers and you'll give 10, 20, and then it will ask operator, and then we give plus. So in that case result will be like this. It will also ask, do you want to continue, yes or no? No means come out, and if you enter your input as yes, then again it will ask enter 2 numbers, and then you will enter 2 numbers. Then next time it will ask enter operator, and you give multiply. Then in this case result will be 10 into 20 equal to 200. So so this will goes like this. So program will terminate only if you say no. So that is the next challenge, and we'll try to do that. Okay, so before that, let's see this example, this challenge. So I'll try to write the code for this. Let's do it together. So let me open this. So I will copy this, and I'll bring this screen. Okay, that is repel it, and this time I logged in. So I logged in, and if you want to save your programs, then it's nice that you can log in. So I logged in, so that I will go to home, and let me create the repo. So create a repo. This is a Golang. So example, and say 5, example 5, create a repo. If you do not want to log in, then the link whatever I have given there, https://repolit.com/languages.go, it will bring this screen. Yeah, so, and if you log in, that's nice, you can save all your programs in one place. Okay, so that's a program. Let's run it. Okay, that's nice. Okay, let's see what is our requirement. So it's saying enter your name. So in this case we need a variable, one variable which can store this name, and ram is here a string, type a string. So if you see in this slide, it's a Golang for, it's a type, so data type. So in this slide, second slide, if you go there, you'll see there is a string type, so we can store this in a string type. So let me create the two variables here. So I'm going to delete this, and I'll say get add, then name1 go to string. So that's the one variable. I can create name2. So why name2? Because we also want to store second name, so that's why it's a name2. We need two more variables for fee. So what I do, add p1, so float 64. So that's the type. Again, you'll see that data type here, and float 24. So like if you want to save the value like 100.50, so in that case, 100.50. So these kind of values can be stored using the float 64 or float 32. So that cannot be stored in a int, because that's the int is the whole number. Okay, so let's create another variable p2 and float 64. Okay, so we created the variable successfully. That's good. Next thing is enter your name. So just print that, println enter your name, and then we have to use the scanf. So fmt scanf, let's put here like new line percentage. So this time we want to accept a string, so the specifier should be %s. Yeah, so single percentages and % name1. Okay, in the similar way, what we can do, empty println. So what's saying, enter your name, and again we'll say the enter your name. So before that we need the enter your name and enter your fee also. Okay, so first let's do enter your fee. Okay, and that let's store that in a fee. So fmt scanf, and so for the float value, the specifier we have to give, that's a f, then in %p1. So that's good. We accepted this one time. If you want to get the input again second time, you can copy and paste, but this time I can change the variable to name2 and this p2. Okay, that we did correctly. And the next thing is we want to calculate the result. So calculate the result here. So result, I can say p1 plus p2. Then display the result. How we want to display? Total fee of RAM and Chris 300. So fmt printf, next line, and it's saying total fee of %s, where we'll provide the value for name1 %s and %s. So you can find the format, total fee of RAM and Chris, so RAM, total fee of RAM and Chris equal to 300. So equal to, and the result is f with float value. And now we'll provide the variable for this s. So first s is name1, so we can say name1, and then for second s we can give name2, and then for the fee, for the result is in this result, so you can get the result. Okay, let's run it and see what's the error, or everything is good. It's saying enter your name, so we'll say Ram. Enter fee, we'll say 100. Enter your name, we'll say Chris. Then enter fee 200. Okay, so this time again we do not see the result. Result came but disappeared, so maybe we can put something empty print ln end of the program. Let's try now. Run again. Run 100. Enter your name again, Chris. Enter fee 200. Okay, this time total fee of Ram and Chris is 300. Let's print this in the next line, and you see here, total fee of Ram and Chris is 300.00. It's like more 0. And in the case if you just need only 2 0, then what we can do in the if we can say dot to if. Let's try this time. Ram 100 Chris 200. See, the total fee of Ram and Chris equal to 300, and there are after point there are 2 digits, so that's because we gave here 2.2. Okay, so we achieved our result here, so that's good. Next thing is, if you want to repeat this, then what we can do, we can use the for loop. So last time I have given some example for the for loop, so we can just use for now, and in some video, in a future video, I will explain detail about this for loop. Okay, so for now what you can do, for, and I want to run it 2 times. So for, in the beginning I can assign the value with the 0, and then I can say I less than 2 I plus plus, and then the bracket, and in this bracket everything should come here. So I'll just cut this from here and just paste it inside this. I will indent this, so like this. And it looks good. Okay, so this is see, this is the opening curly bracket, that's the closing curly bracket, and everything is inside this each here. So this is called the body of the for loop. So we indented, and that this looks good. So body of the for loop. Okay, so this is the less than 2. If you say the less than 3, it will run 3 times. Yeah. If you say 4 times 4, then it will run 4 times. Okay, run it now, and let's see again. Enter name. Okay, p 100. Enter your name, Chris. Enter your fee 200, and it will say that okay, total fee of Ram and Chris 300. End of the program, and again it's asking enter your name. Okay, let's put this end of the program at the end after the for loop. So anyway, so in this case, enter your name again, it's asking, so I'll say that name John, p 300. Enter another name, let's say Chris. Enter fee 400, and total fee of the John and Chris is 700. So okay, that's end of the program. Now its program is stopped. It's not asking anymore because you have given 2. So that means this is the loop. So once each line of the execution is done, then again it will start from this line 15. So it will run 2 times. So that's why it's 2 times. Let's add a little bit more logic here. Like let's add some if logic. So if logic is, it will run the program, but it will run one time, and it will ask us whether if you want to continue or not. And if you say yes, then again it will ask enter your name, enter your fee. And if you say no, then it will not ask. So let's do that. So how we do, we'll create a variable here, one more variable. Let's say add answer, let's say this is string answer. Okay, and here we'll see, just remove everything. So that means it is infinite loop. So that means it will ask, if you do not add any condition and if you run the program, it will keep asking infinite times. So, but we do not want to run this in infinite times. We just want to run the number of times user asks. So everything is like, so it's running, and once everything is done, then come here empty print ln, and then we'll say and it will ask, do you want to continue? Want to continue? yes/no. And then we can accept this answer in a answer here. So how will you do? fmt scanf, and then we'll say %s and %answer. Okay, so we have the answer, and we can either give y or n. And here we can compare if answer equal to within double quotes y, the lowercase y. So it's comparing with the lowercase y. If it is answer is y, then it should continue. So you can say here like continue. And but when we want to exit, so you can say if answer equal to no n, then in that case you just say the break. So what happened when we add this, or in this case maybe for now we just remove this y. We can understand that in a detail in other example. Just add one if logic, like let's say if answer equal to no, then break. It will come out from this loop, and it will stop. If it and our answer is other than n, then again it will continue. Let's run this and try to understand. Okay, so in this case I added it's asking enter name, so let's add RAM 100, enter name maybe Chris, it's 200. So total fee of RAM and Chris is 300. Now it's saying, do you want to continue? If I say yes, anything other than n, like say yes, it will ask again. Okay, enter name, I'll say John 500, enter name again, like let's say Sean, enter fee 950. Okay, saying okay 1450. Do you want to continue? So this time again, if you say yes, it will continue, but if you say no, then it will break and print end of the program. So let's do n, so end of the program. See, that's nice. So that is the that is the nice logic we added, and we are adding the logic so that the program can make a decision based on our input. So based on our input, it's saying whether you have to continue or come out from this loop. So when this condition is satisfied, when you put the n, then it will come here break, and break means it will come out from this body of the for loop. So see here, I clicked here and you see the end, so it will come out of this body and it will never go again, and then come out of the program, main program itself. So yeah, so that's a nice logic for this. So you can run this program You can pause here and run and try this. And our next example, so in the next example, our challenges will see the challenges. I said find out circumference, diameter, and the area. Okay, so let's write the program for this. So what I do, I'll write the program here itself. Okay, so you can pause the video and you can try this program, and once it's done, and comment. Let me comment out this thing for now. So what I do, I'll come from here to this place. I'll comment this out, and then start another program. So in this case, we need a radius to calculate the circumference or area of the circle or diameter. So the formula is we need the pi value also in a math. So I'll say that okay, pi equal to 3.14, and we need the radius. So in this case, define the variable for the radius. Radius is in int, so var r for radius, and r is type int. Then we want to calculate diameter, so we need the variable for diameter, or we can use the shortcut way to create the diameter variable. So in this case, let's take the input. So fmt println enter radius, then fmt scanf. So radius is let's take it as an int, so I'll say that okay, %d and radius r. So in this place we got the radius, and now next step is calculate the area. So area, calculating like this. We know the formula for the area, pi r square, so pi into r into r. So the r into r, the pi is the float, the default is float 64, so it's a float, and it's a radius, and radius is int, so let's convert that to a float. So once we multiply r into r square, so how to convert this? You can convert like this, float 64, then r into r. So now we calculated the area. The next thing is we can calculate the circumference. So circumference is 2 pi r, so 2 into pi into r. So again we can convert this, float 64. This is the int, so we convert it to float, and the pi is the float, and multiply it to. So now we got circumference. Next thing is diameter. So diameter is the easy, it's r 2 into r, so that's the diameter. Let's print everything at the end. So fmt and then printf, next line, and we'll say the area of circle is %f, let's say 0.2f. So we'll see the 2 digit after the decimal, and then that's a area. The similar way we printed the area, and see this is unused, so you'll see the red, the below here. So and as soon as we use this variable, that will be gone from there. So let's do empty printf, next line, and we'll see is this circumference of circle is %2f, then after double quotes it's a c, and the last thing is empty printf %n, and it's a diameter of circle, I'll to percentage, and in this time diameter is in int, so we have to give the d. So let's give d here and then d. Okay, that's good. Let's run this and see the error, or everything is good. Everything is good. If I say 7, then enter. Area of the circle is this, area of circumference of circle is this, 43.96, diameter of circle is 14, and end of the program. Okay, so we did our second challenge also, and the last thing we'll see the data type examples. So I'll try to write here itself. So let me comment this for now. So now pause the video, run this, and everything is good. That's fine. I just commented this, and at the last piece of this stuff today, I'm going to talk about the variable length. So let's see here. So go to this slide and third slide. Let's go to the third slide and see the uint, and its range is 0 to 255. What does that mean? Let me write one program here. So I will define a variable here. So var, and I'll say var a uint 8. That's good. And in this variable, if I store store like 255. Okay, and if I print this, it will happy to print. So let's print this. To print ln a. So just say a. Okay, run this. So 255. That's good. We'll see the range. Range is is a uint 8. Range is 255. If you want to store a little bit bigger value, let's say 156, and then if you want to print 256, it's a printing. What is the range? So 250 is a okay. It should not print because it should be. Let's define. We made a mistake. Let's make it uint 8. So 255. That's good. It's printing. As soon as we give the 256, we'll see there is a error. It's not going to accept that. If I run, it will say that okay, command it's a constant 256 overflows uint 8. So every type has some range, and that's why you cannot give like more than that range. So in the similar way, if you want to do some operation on bigger value, then you have to use data type cleverly. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll see next thing in a next video.